It was just past 6 p.m. when Daniel Rivers, a decorated Marine veteran, pulled into the brightly lit parking lot of the Hillside Inn, a modest hotel tucked beside the highway in a small Midwestern town. His German Shepherd, Ranger, sat upright in the passenger seat, eyes alert, trained to detect even the smallest signs of Daniel's PTSD flare-ups. Ranger wasn't just a dog, he was a lifeline. Daniel had been on the road for 12 hours straight, driving from North Carolina to Nebraska to attend his daughter's college graduation, his pride, his light. She was the first in their family to graduate from university. Despite his aching joints and the dull hum of old battle injuries in his spine, Daniel smiled. Just one night here, and tomorrow he'd get to watch Sarah walk across that stage. At the front desk, Daniel offered his ID, his credit card, and casually mentioned his service dog. "That'll be $180, the clerk said. Daniel blinked. "I already booked online. It said veterans stay free on the first night." "Right," the young man replied, tapping the keyboard, "but that's for the room. There's an additional pet cleaning fee. $180. Non-refundable." Daniel stared. Ranger isn't a pet. He's a certified service animal. The clerk, barely 20, glanced up. "Company policy, sir. Pets, service animals or not, leave here. Management charges a flat fee." Daniel's hand gripped the counter. A quiet fury stirred inside him, not out of anger but exhaustion. He was used to the stares, the ignorance, the silent judgment that followed him and Ranger everywhere they went. But this felt like being punished for surviving. "I can show you his paperwork. He's federally protected under the ADA." The clerk shrugged, already printing the receipt. "You can take it up with corporate." Ranger nudged Daniel's leg, sensing the tension rise. Daniel gave a tired sigh, swiped his card, and took the key. In the room, Daniel sat heavily on the edge of the bed. Ranger rested his head on his lap. "We'll just stay one night," Daniel whispered, stroking Ranger's ears. "Then we'll leave it behind." But someone had seen the interaction from the corner of the lobby. Maria, a part-time housekeeper and nursing student working the evening shift, had watched with growing discomfort. She'd seen a lot working here: drunks, runaways, travelers with no stories, and some with too many. But there was something in the veteran's eyes, that quiet pain wrapped in pride. It stayed with her as she vacuumed the third floor. At 9:37 p.m., Maria made a call to her uncle. He wasn't just family. He was also the regional manager of the entire hotel chain. "Uncle Pete," she said carefully, "can I ask you something? What's our actual policy on service animals? Real ones, not pets." He sighed. "No fee. Never has been." "Why?" Maria explained. Word for word. The pause on the other end said it all. "Text me his name and room number." At 10:04 p.m., the front desk phone rang. The same young clerk picked it up lazily. "Yes, front desk." The voice on the other end was crisp and cold. "This is Peter Lantham, regional manager. I want you to walk to room 214 right now. Apologize. Refund every cent. Then close the register. Your shift is over." The clerk stammered. "But, sir, Peter didn't repeat himself. 2 minutes later, there was a knock on Daniel's door. He opened it, cautious. The clerk stood with a paper in hand and a credit card refund slip. "I'm sorry, sir. There's been a mistake. You'll be refunded entirely. Please accept our apologies." Daniel took the paper but said nothing. The young man turned and left, visibly shaken. The next morning, when Daniel came down with Ranger, Maria was waiting by the counter with a brown paper bag. "Hi," she said softly. "I packed you both some breakfast. Eggs, fruit, coffee. There's a treat for Ranger, too." Daniel looked at her, startled. "You didn't have to." "I did," she interrupted gently. "My brother served, too. Didn't make it home. You remind me of him." He took the bag with both hands, eyes watering. "Thank you." As he turned to leave, Maria added, "Congratulations on your daughter. I hope she knows how proud you are." Daniel paused, his voice thick. "She does. And today, I think I get to be proud of myself again." That afternoon, as Sarah stood on the stage and waved to the crowd, she saw her father in the audience, tears streaking down his cheeks, Ranger sitting loyally by his feet. She didn't know what had happened the night before. But she saw something had changed. Later that week, the Hillside Inn's social media page posted a new policy reminder: "Service animals are not pets, they are heroes. We honor and welcome all who serve, two-legged or four." The story quietly went viral. Maria's uncle called her again. This time, It was to offer her a full scholarship from the hotel's Veterans Fund. You're the reason we remember why we exist, he told her. Sometimes, the world shifts not with a war, not with a law, not with a fight, but with a phone call. A moment of courage. A heart that refuses to ignore injustice.